feeling?
Yeah, good.
Did you think it was going to be you?
Yeah. I did actually. I think I'm ready. I've had a ball and I'm ready to be out.
You said a couple of weeks ago that you thought you had a couple more weeks in the house.
I had a little bit to achieve, and I think I've achieved that. It's great. It was just good to be there for the merger, and it's really good.
A couple of people thought you might be a plant in the house.
They did, actually. They did. Probably because I just said what I thought, and there's a couple of people that aren't doing that. So.
Were you a plant in the house?
No, not at all.
You know, I want to take you on a little bit of a journey.
Yep.
Because people watching you were taken on a little bit of a journey.
They were.
When you first went into the house, you went into a house all by yourself.
I did.
Now, I know you're a competitive bloke, and I know you had a bit of a plan, and Big Brother thought, well, forget about that, we're going to put him in by himself.
Well and truly.
Let's have a look at the first little while in the house. Over here.
How does it feel having no control?
It's something I haven't experienced before, and at this stage I don't really like it.
I'm it. This is my house, and it's a nice house. Hey, there's a lot of people next door. Do you remember the pecking order, Clive?
Was there a pecking order?
That's right, there was. Just remember, this is my second sleep here. And this
You're my three. Can I help?
At this stage, you can just stand and enjoy. You're the first night.
No, but I want to help.
You can. Stand and enjoy.
You
are.
I'm number two.
I've delegated you that authority. It's about time someone started doing a little around here.
You don't give anyone a chance to cook.
What do you mean you don't give anyone a chance? I didn't stop you from bringing out everyone's dinner.
Well, you didn't jump off your chops to do it either.
Who brought them all out?
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even see you, did I?
Then don't open your mouth then if you didn't see me.
If we're sitting on the chairs, he'll sit in there with like a staff, like a king or something.
He has been here the longest, so that sort of adds to it as well.
Yeah, true.
Feels the most established.
He'll get jealous. No.
Yeah, you sleaze cutting in on me.
Yeah.
How long you been here? Cutting in on my woman. I've known you the longest.
All right.
And whether I was here or I was there,
Yeah.
I don't care. I was still here.
You started it.
Yeah.
You started the
Ball rolling.
Okay. One of the big fears for everybody when they come out of the house is, what do I look like on television?
Yeah, exactly.
How do you feel? You think you look all right?
I look like me, so that's all right.
You look like you.
Yeah.
That may or may not be a good thing, but you're happy. Rightio. Okay, so I just want to go through the journey with you. First of all, you're thinking, okay, I'm used to strategy. You've had a job as a detective,
Yep.
which is requires a lot of mind control and determination, I would assume.
It does.
You've gone into the house, carpet's been pulled from under your feet. What went through your mind then?
Should have listened to Big Brother. He told me before I went in to expect the unexpected, and I tried to work it out. He's got the ultimate control, and it was a very good experience to learn that you don't have much control, and it was enjoyable. Something I haven't experienced, and I'm happy to be here.
Once you listen to you sound like a politician. We've got a long way to go yet. So once you were in there, you then began to regain control.
I did. When Joanne got there, it was good to have a person, especially Joanne, and then it just moved on, and I sort of built it up that I was sort of at peace with everyone, so I decided, let's get out of here and let's go to the other and tackle the other house.
I think hello, calm down, we'll tell the story together, okay? So what happened was, you were in the house by yourself, and then Joanne came in, and it was your territory, I suppose.
It was.
Felt like your territory.
I was happy to share it, though.
And she's not a bad prezi to receive in the house.
I'm sure there's...
Smart, beautiful girl.
She is.
More people came into the house. Did you feel more and more like it was your territory?
No.
What did you feel like?
They started moving around, taking a little bit more of the territory. You sort of, it's funny because for 24 hours it seemed like about a week, and you're there and then all of a sudden they're coming in doing things. And Leah, that was really the crashing point, because a young girl that said what she thought came in and took over, and me and her lock our heads for a little while.
Did that make you say what you thought even more?
Yes. Yeah, she was a turning point.
So she was a turning point because you had a plan, really, in terms of how you might behave in the house?
Yeah, I was just going to try and be a little bit more relaxed and not say everything that I thought when I thought it.
Yep.
But then it just went straight out the window.
All right, because in the next couple of weeks we saw you refer a couple of times to strategy and how you couldn't necessarily trust other people who were around you and what they were saying. Do you want to have a look at some of that?
I'm going to anyway, aren't I?
No, you've got a choice.
Yes.
I thought you'd say that. Okay.
Have you any idea what's happening?
No, you've definitely got me this time.
Oh, yeah!
when I say to you, don't believe everything I say, it's probably don't believe everything I don't say.
We're talking about houses, and if this is a black house, and that's the white house, and there's a grey house in the middle.
The grey house is the one we've got to be worried about.
And don't assume that by me not answering something and nipping it in the bud, that's not what I don't want to do.
He who talks most does nothing. I've spent most of my time thinking about
Then?
what's happening there and what's going to happen here. I voted for Leah tonight, and I was wanting to know what position I stood with her, because out of all the people here, she's my least favourite. I'm a person that, and obviously like yourself, how our minds race 100 miles an hour, I've had to turn mine off. And it hasn't been easy. Some very, very strong-willed people in this house. They can either all be on each other's side, or they can be very much against each other if it comes to that. And I think I'm too honest to play a game.
Okay. So by that stage, we were pretty well in week 2.
Yes.
All right. And there's the feeling, I guess, that maybe not only you had a strategy, but possibly other people had
most
one?
definitely, but they didn't admit that.
Well,
That
you don't know definitely if they didn't admit it, do you?
Well, I haven't heard them admit it, so they didn't admit it to me.
So why do you assume they did?
Admit it?
Why do you assume they had strategies?
Oh, I don't know, probably just me. 10 years of institutionalisation, I suppose.
Or 10 years of suspecting the worst in people?
Exactly. I've heard that before. That's what they all kept telling me in there, that I see the worst in people rather than the best. And I think it's been a good learning curve that I'm starting to go the other way now.
Are you?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, we've got a long way to go, and I'm looking forward to chatting with you after the break, because we have what could only be regarded as the chaotic week that we are yet to discuss. All right, we will be back straight after this break with more of Ben.